Well, we're back in the peanut field today, and we got emergence across this field, which is crazy because just a day ago, I mean, a lot of this stuff wasn't out of the ground yet. Peanuts grow super fast compared to a soybean, especially their subsoil structure, their root structure. Man, it packs on very quick. In good conditions, the roots for these peanuts can actually elongate like an inch a day. So not all peanuts are made the same, and there's a big difference between a peanut that you're making peanut butter out of and a peanut that you're having like a ballpark peanut, a shell-in peanut. And the main two classifications of those are runners and Virginias. Virginias, like we grow here in North Carolina, are your larger style peanuts for eating the whole peanut or roasted peanuts, boiled peanuts, that kind of stuff. Then you have runners, which are much smaller, and those are used for uniformity and roasting and then turned into like your peanut butters. It's funny, these are Virginia peanuts, but the variety that's the most popular to grow were actually bred in North Carolina by NC State University. These are Bailey peanuts, specifically Bailey 2s. Now let's talk about plant structure. I got a couple different stages here. Let's go back to the truck, talk about them. Had to get some air conditioning going. It is hot here in North Carolina. So here's what happens right after you plant a peanut. You see how it's splitting down the middle? It just looks like a full nut when you look at it from the side. Well, peanuts actually comprised of two different cotyledons. And when you plant them and they germinate, well, it's going to split down the middle. So in a peanut seed, you have two cotyledons and an embryo. So the cotyledons feed nutrients into the early development of the plant. That's what they're there. They're like fat storage. And the embryo is comprised of three different things. That's the plumule, the hypocotyl, and the primary root. So the plumule will become the stem and the leaves of the plant. Then you have the hypocotyl, which is this white fleshy part between the two cotyledons and above the primary root. The hypocotyl helps push the plant out of the ground. Then you have the primary root, your taproot. I broke these off because the ground is dry and it's hard. Believe it or not, just because these plants are only about 8 days old, they already have about 7 to 8 inches of penetrative root elongation, of growth down into the ground. So it would have been a pain in the butt to dig them up. But if you look at my last video, we did that. So that's a quick rundown on peanuts. They flower above the ground, they fruit underneath. You have to dig the peanuts up. They're super cool. They're a legume. They affix their own nitrogen. They have some of the craziest root growth and development out of any plant we work with here in North Carolina. And yes, other legumes have decent taproots too, but they're not growing 7 feet down into the ground like peanuts are. And these peanuts are growing good. There's your update for the day. Thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all have a good day.